Emotion eats logic for breakfast. Welcome to this video impulse. And what I'm talking today about is we are still in the Corona crisis, and probably when you're watching this video or you're just watch it a bit later, then we've done it already. My point is this: emotion eats logic for breakfast. This is derived from a nice saying from Peter Drucker some time ago already. He is cited to say, culture eats strategy for breakfast. Now I got it. Culture eats strategy for breakfast. And what he meant by this is that you can have the greatest strategy if the culture is against it and it's not working in this culture, then the culture will always win. And it's the same here. Emotion will always win over logic. People act because of emotions, never because of logic. Never, ever, 0%. And sometimes we forget that in our normal behavior as a leader, and we think we logically explain something and wonder why nobody is acting. And this is completely normal. And you see it now with this Corona crisis. You see it perfectly as a case study. An amazing case study in the negative sense as well. But you can study this and see how that's working. So emotion is far beyond every logic. And what I mean by this is that now measures are taken when I record this video at that time that were unthinkable just 2 weeks ago. It was unthinkable. And why they are taken is not only because of logic, to a large extent because of emotions. And the measures are anyway 100% taken because of emotions. And that's nothing bad or good, by the way. I don't want to make an impression that it's a bad thing. It's just how it works. So if you want to ignite really change in something, you need to spark the emotions. You need to ignite emotions in people. And what's happening here is we become extremely emotional. And I give you 3 mechanisms for this emotion, what you can really do to put this into practice in your company, in your team, to make it successful. And when the company will be thriving again, or the economy will go up again, that you can really use this. Number 1 is proximity. That's a key factor. The emotions are the stronger, and the fear is the stronger, and also the excitement in the positive sense is the stronger, the closer the emotions come. So with the virus, of course, it was always when I'm in Switzerland, I'm based in Switzerland, right in the center of Europe. And as long as it was still somewhere, some things in Italy, it's not very far away, but it was still the feeling, okay, it's far away, we will manage it. China, of course, was very far away, poor Chinese, but okay, it's in China, so what should we do? Okay, some implications, but that's it. And then it comes over the border, the first case here in Switzerland. And I think you experienced something in your country, wherever you are, the same thing. And then it comes closer and say, oops, now it's getting closer. So the emotions go up, right? So all discussion becomes so emotional. So proximity is a very, very strong factor. So if you want to make something change, ignite proximity, make it close to people. Yeah, in the positive and negative sense, both works. Number 2, peer pressure. Peer pressure, very important. It's now the same here. Of course, politicians and everybody else is acting because of peer pressure. And again, that's nothing negative. It is sometimes absolutely needed, and it accelerates the change that we might need here. However, it just affects, so the higher the peer pressure that my neighbor is doing, that the others are doing it, the higher the transformational effect. It's just a very important thing, and you can study this now with this Corona crisis. And number 3, momentum. The higher the momentum, the more will also then join this movement and be part of it. So this is why it's so important if you want to change anything, strategy implementation or whatever that is, that you create very quickly, you focus on creating a momentum so that something goes there that is unstoppable. Because then you have the power to really get through obstacles and resistance. Yeah, and that's in the positive and in the negative sense. Again, both. That's all completely neutral. But it's just working. So proximity, peer pressure, and momentum, if you have these 3 things and consider them, you will have any change implemented much faster and much more effective than without these things, if at all. So I hope that helps and makes you think a little bit beyond the current crisis. And if you like this video, please forward it to others who could benefit as well. Please like it as well. And also, I'm looking forward to your comments. And I'm also looking forward to seeing you in one of my next videos.